Welcome back. It's the David Weed Doctor. Located in Bowie, Maryland. And honey, Child the Weed Doctor got a new look. Okay. I got a new attitude. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Anyways, child, this is just a follow-up from the last discussion. We were talking about how I believe we were talking about scar and alopecia. We also have been talking about high blood pressure for the longest. Okay, there's so many different women of color who are suffering from this different type of cardiovascular disease, also high cholesterol. And the reason why we're talking about some of these things because a lot of people are dealing with a lot of inflammation and a lot of different types of heart conditions. In fact, they said that the main cause of death in America is cardiovascular disease from cardiovascular disease. Okay. And one of the biggest things with hair regrowth, if you do not get enough oxygen to the brain, if you do not get enough circulation to the brain, then you're not going to be able to regrow hair. And a lot of times, if you have too much cholesterol in your arteries, child, your arteries just packed together like some grease, child, just some of that Crisco grease that y'all be cooking with. Okay, you're not going to be able to get oxygen to the scalp. So now the weed doctor didn't do all her notes like she was supposed to. Well, actually, I read this book before, but I kind of just wanted to inform you guys on some of the good types of fats and bad types of fats. And actually, not only does with some of these conditions, not only does it help with cholesterol, but it also helps with adrenals, with your adrenal energy and your metabolism. So it's very imperative that one must follow, try to stick to this program, make sure that they're not eating the wrong type of fats. Now, the weed doctor needs to go back over her notes, okay? The weed doctor just got so much stuff to do. So pretty much, I know a lot of people have heard about the fat phobia going on in America, where a lot of people have tried to avoid fats and then tried to switch out them with a lot of different unnatural type of fats, such as margarine, canola oil, vegetable oil. All of these things are not good for your health. And so many people, I guess because they put the vegetable in front of the oil, they thought it was good. Okay, child, the weed doctor said that the devil is a liar. Okay, so now this is just some of the different type of fats. We hear so many people they try to ask, what do I fry my food with? Here are some fats, healthy fats with frying. And when I'm talking about frying, child, the weed doctor ain't talking about getting 10 cups or 4 cups of of oil. Okay, the weed doctor is talking about using a small amount, and even in some cases, for example, with me, I stopped frying a lot of my vegetables, even a light fry. So what the weed doctor does, I put I know it may sound crazy, I put a little bit of water in my skillet and my stainless steel. Okay, for all those out there, know that the weed doctor focuses on a mineral balance and health. So we're trying to lower our toxicity, and child, so should you. Especially with this aluminum. The aluminum is one of the biggest causes of Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's disease, all other types of mental problems. Okay, get that brain right. Make sure that you're detoxing. So, anyways, back to that. I use the steam water and I add the coconut oil, about 1 to 2 tablespoons at the end. Now, I'm a fast oxidizer, so you guys need to get on the program. Find out if you require a lot of fats or more fats than some, like myself, while others they do not require fats and they require more protein and slightly a little bit more carbohydrates. That would be the slow oxidizers. So the fast oxidizers, and I'm starting to find out, Charlie Weed Doctor's finding out there are, Charlie Weed Doctor got her glorious crowns on today. Okay, glory, yes. I'm living glory, yes. Okay. The Weed Doctor's finding out there's so many hair loss patients that I have that I run into when I do the hair mineral analysis. So many of them are fast oxidizers who have a low sodium potassium, so they're under great exhaustive amount of stress. They're prone to infections, and so the weed doctor child, you guys get your hair mineral analysis. So, anyways, if you are a fast oxidizer, such as myself, which I'm finding out a lot of people who suffer from hair loss are fast oxidizers, especially the ones that I have done their hair mineral analysis, then you might want to start to introduce these types of oils. And these are oils that I try to tell everyone about. So coconut, palm kernel, cocoa butter, refined peanut. Now, I'm not a big fan of the peanuts as well. Only thing is that some of these nuts, some of these nuts will drive you nuts. Okay, with the peanut oil, especially because a lot of these peanuts they have mold on them. Okay, and different. It's not they're giving off different type of toxins, so it's not the best type of oil that you want to be eating all the time. Maybe you can just do this on the side every now and then, but don't include. I wouldn't advise to do the peanut oil as often. Avocado oil and sunflower oil, sesame oil, olive oil in that order. These are all the oils that you can use to fry. And but some of these you still have to be careful, even though the weed doctor the other day, she was using some olive oil, and I thought because it was organical that I was just fine. Okay. But don't you know, after the weed doctor was using this oil, I started to get inflammation. And child, you want to know why? Do you really want to know why? Okay. It's because what we're going to talk about next. It's going to be brief. If you want to find out more about this, book a consultation for our nutrition analysis, child, and get your hair mineral analysis as well. Anytime that you're eating these types of, and these are just the okay types of oils. We haven't even got on that coconut, on that Crisco oil that some of y'all use. Okay, some of y'all keep using that Crisco oil. Some of y'all keep using that Crisco oil, and you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. But anyways, the reason why a lot of people are dealing with inflammation in America is because they are not balancing those type of the polysaturated pretty fats with the omega fatty acid or essential fatty acid fats. So there is a ratio. So pretty much it should be, I think it says 3 to 6. There's a certain ratio. Hold on, no, the weed doctor got that wrong. Okay. A 4-to-1 ratio of omega 6s to omega 3s. And pretty much you need to also just be balancing the ratios of these different type of oils. So that doesn't mean, so if you're supposed to be balancing this, that means that you should not be going to El Shika Filet, okay, 3 or 4 times out the week, and you're not getting any salmon in your diet. And I'm just going to name some of the essential fatty acids that helps to kind of balance out some of these oils that we talked about earlier. But you definitely need to make sure even the ones that we talked about earlier that you're going to fry, you need to still use those in moderation. And it's best if you steam some of your food first and then just add a little bit of the oil towards the end. And if you are if you are slow oxidized, then you probably need to watch out on that because there's a lot of people who have slow oxidized that already have a slow metabolism. So, child, you don't need to slow it down no more. Okay. So, I'm just going to tell you, we're just going to show you some of the essential fatty acids that you need to be eating. Okay, flax oil. Okay, trying to find some other ones good on here. Eat fresh seeds and nuts except peanuts. This is a great source of omega 6 oils. Okay, avoid all hydrogenated or partially hydrogenated oils. Read the labels on the food. Okay, eat fried foods only occasionally. And people who have adrenal fatigue, this book that I'm reading, this guy, he's a specialist on adrenal fatigue. He says that you should really only eat fried food once a month. Okay. Avoid restaurant foods cooked with oils. And that is why, so many people are dealing with cardiovascular disease because we are just eating ourselves away into a tizzy. Okay. We're eating all the bad foods. And again, when you do not balance these omega 3, omega 6 fatty acids properly, then you're going to start to deal with some type of inflammation. We're going to name some other, a couple of other essential fatty acid foods that you might want to indulge on: sardines, soybeans, walnuts, and some dark green plants. So these are just some of the omega 3 fatty acids. And again, these are some of the 6 are sesame, sunflower, safflower, and corn. Okay. And a lot of people don't realize the ingredient corn is used excessively. And that's why so many people are dealing with glyphosate poisoning. They're dealing with, leaky gut syndrome. They're dealing with all of these different type of what is it, autoimmune conditions of the stomach because, child, they eating so much of this food that just has all of these chemicals in it. Okay, so we got to get away from the corn. Look on all your labels to make sure that you are not intoxicating your body any further. Okay, so that's going to be all for today. And I hope that that was very informative. If you guys have any more questions, book your free consultation with the DMV Weed Doctor. We're going to leave down some forms if you want to fill out some forms on how to register to get your health journey started. Okay, some of our hair analysis starting off at 175, and for the advanced nutrition, where we pretty much help you find the correct diet for your metabolic rate and for whatever condition you're dealing with, that starts off at 375. All right, and it includes these are bundle deals. So, child, you're gonna get more for your money than what you could even imagine. Okay. So we hope that you guys are having a wonderful, lovely evening, and we, Doctor, will talk to you soon. Bye now.